What we have in the garrison here is we have Aboriginal Awareness Week, which starts today and culminates on Friday, when our Chief of Defence staff is going to be out participating in our ceremonies. And what we're doing is each and every year we do this for 1 week in the month of May, and we honour and acknowledge the native heritage that we have inside Canada and the contribution of the natives to the Canadian Forces. This year we're focusing on youth, and as you saw, those of you that were here earlier had the chance to go and see the Hobbema Cadet Corps that the RCMP has been working with put on a display. So a fantastic little event, and again what it does, it allows us to foster understanding of the native culture within the Canadian Forces and Alberta in particular.
Youth, and it's an honor that the cadets, not only because they're here, but there's so many youth out there in our countries, in our reservations, that they need to be part of the whole. They need to experience whether they want to join the RCMP or they want to join the military.
What we've been engaged in is a partnership with the Canadian Forces over the last several years with respect to Aboriginal perceptions training, learning from them in terms of assisting in our recruiting efforts, community outreach, that sort of thing. The Armed Forces have been involved in the community through the Ranger program, for example, in the north, Army cadets, Sea cadets, Air cadets, that type of thing. And we've seen today the results of something that began 5 years ago in Hobbema with the Hobbema Cadet Corps, and how that partnership and taking some of the lessons from the pages of the military has worked for us. They're looking for a sense of belonging, and for many of them, if they come from a fractured home environment, they don't have that sense at home, and so they get some of that through belonging to cadets. One of the things that the sociologists and the psychologists will point to with respect to gangs and gang affiliation is that sense of belonging is what drives people to gangs. And what we're looking to do is provide an alternative to that gang, that gap that's being filled by gangs. And in this instance, the Hobbema Cadet Corps numbers in excess of 1,000 young people. Don't always come out every week, thank heaven, because they don't have the space for them. But they continually have several hundred show up for practices and whatnot. So they're involved, and it's giving them a sense of community spirit and community involvement.